Hi guys, how are you all doing, guys? Welcome to my channel. I just want to preview the quarterfinals and quickly take a look at the fourth round. This is about the French Open. Just to let you know, guys, I'm not previewing the Nadal Djokovic match here. I've done a separate video where I focus and I just preview just the Nadal Djokovic quarterfinal. So one video just for the Nadal Djokovic. This video is for the remaining three quarterfinals. So, like I said, I've already completed a preview for just Nadal and Djokovic match. So now this video is about the remaining three quarterfinals. If you've not seen my preview of the Nadal Djokovic quarterfinal here at the French Open, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a comment down below. I'll try to put something in the description too, but at least a comment. And I'm going to give you the link there so you can go and watch my preview of the Nadal Djokovic quarterfinal. But this video is for the other three. I'm previewing the other three quarterfinals, not including Nadal Djokovic. So let's get into the video, shall we? So Cilic beat Medvedev 6-2, 6-3, 6-2. Medvedev didn't have enough power to get through the court. He was overpowered by Cilic there. Rublev won against Sinner. It was mostly due to an injury. Tsitsipas, I mean, he had too many errors and just was on and off throughout the tournament, another match like that. And Rune actually played good, consistent, great defense, power on the forehand to finish the point, bossed him around. But Tsitsipas way too inconsistent. Rude, again, too consistent, bossed her catch around, exposed his lack of movement. Alcaraz, he just overpowered Kachanov, and Khachanov doesn't have any defense to stand up to it. Couldn't be in the long rally. So when it was long rallies with Alcaraz dictating, too good, 6-1, 6-4, 6-4. Nadal beat Aliassime 3-6, 6-3, 6-2, 3-6, 6-3. Too good there. Aliassime played great. This was almost like a classic match, almost like a Nadal Federer in their prime, with Felix Aliassime playing the Federer role, Nadal playing his own role, but being on clay, Nadal just too good, steps up at the big moments, great forehands, hitting the forehand down the line, great, really being attacking. But it was really just one bad first set for Nadal to start off this match. From then on, he just played great the whole way through. Felix also played great. The only set Nadal lost after the first set was the fourth set, and it was because Nadal, all he did after the first set was had one bad service game to start the fourth set. Then Felix said, "I've got the break. It's hard to break Nadal, but I've got the break now. I'm just going to focus on my serve. Huge amount of first serve percentage, huge serving, forehand following the serve, right?" For Felix, right? So by Nadal giving him that one bad game and him serving great, he held on to the break and got the fourth set. But that was all Nadal did wrong after that bad first set, which ended up costing him a set because Felix served great and they're the two sets. But the rest of the match, Nadal, other than that one bad service game to start the fourth set and the first set, he played a very great match, high level, back to the typical Nadal at his best. So like I said, Sinner has won. Rublev's won over Sinner. And I went over those matches. Let's see if there's any that I've not updated you with. Any more fourth round matches? Sorry, guys. Zverev has beat a guy by the name of Sabata. I don't actually have the score for you, but I know it was straight sets. So anyway, let's get into the preview for the quarterfinals now. So I've done the Nadal Djokovic. That's on a separate video, right? First, I'm going to watch that video, please. Watch my preview of the Nadal Djokovic match. So Zverev is playing Alcaraz, right? The problem is Alcaraz can match Zverev with power if they decide to go for it and take risks and all of that. He's pretty similar on the serve, but he has more consistency with way less errors and better defense. So when Alcaraz is attacking using his power, the big guys, Zverev, and consistent rallying, moving around, Zverev won't be able to do much. He won't be able to defend definitely against Alcaraz's power whenever he's in control of the point. But Zverev, yes, he's got some power, but he's got to get through a slow court and through Alcaraz's defense. So I think that's going to be consistency and better defense, but in the areas where Zverev would like to be strong, overpower him in the power game, they can match up to him. So when it's just about power, they're equal. But when it's about consistency and defense, Alcaraz is going to be better. So when Zverev's trying to be in control with his power, every time it's 3, 4, 5 shots, tough to get past Alcaraz's defense. But when Alcaraz gets in control of the point, he's got consistency, he's got the power game, he's got the huge forehand, and Zverev doesn't really have much defense to stand up against a good, consistent, patient rallier, especially when they've got a huge amount of power to hit through this court, as Alcaraz does. So I just think that that's going to be the difference. That like on the clay courts, Alcaraz is going to be able to get Zverev's serve back, forcing him into rallies, and then whenever he gets in control of the rally, he's got the power game, he can hit through the court. The big guy doesn't have the movement; he's going to have no chance. He's going to be so it's really that movement there. And then some of the time when Zverev doesn't want to be bossed around, he's going to go for too much and make a whole bunch of errors. Alcaraz wins there. If he just decides to be patient, then Alcaraz bosses him around, overpowers him. He doesn't have the defense to stand up for rallies where Alcaraz is in control, so he's just beaten there. And then, like I said, if he doesn't want to be bossed around, he's got to go for too much power too close to the line and make errors because it's very hard to finish points on a clay court past Alcaraz's defense. So when he does that hang back passive, he's bossed around. His defense can't stand up to Alcaraz's power. To stop Alcaraz being in control of the point and to get past his defense on this clay court, he's going to go for too much power too close to the line. But in the end, all the areas that Zverev's strong is power, shortening points, Alcaraz can match him, and then consistency, less errors with the same amount of winners, and then better defense. So when Zverev, it's going to be hard for him to finish points, but when Alcaraz is in control, he's got power, he can hit through any court. Zverev's not a great defender, very easy to finish for Zverev, very hard to finish. He's going to, on the slow court, you'll get back most of Zverev's serves, force him into rallies, and like I said, either boss him around, expose his lack of movement, or Zverev having to go for a ridiculous amount of power very close to the line to get past Alcaraz on this court and make a whole bunch of errors. So one of the two, I'll give Zverev a set because I just think he's played pretty well recently. But it could be 3 or 4 sets, but I'll say 4 sets in favor of Alcaraz. So that's that match. I've said Djokovic and Nadal in my other video, so you got to watch that. So let's get into the last 2 quarterfinals. The last 2 quarterfinals, sorry. Rune against Rude, actually. Norway and Denmark. Scandinavia battle. Similar type of game, similar type of match style. Both love clay, both have a big forehand, both have consistency, both have great defense. It's just going to come down to who's playing this style better. And I think Casper Ruud has been around for a long time now. Clay is his best surface. He's been playing well for a while. He's been in the top 5 to 10 clay quarters for a few years now. And I just think number one, he'll have more experience. And number two, his game is slightly a bit better. His game is slightly a bit better version of this style, right? So number one, it'll be both guys rallying, huge forehands, great defense, all of these things, right? That's what this match will be about. But what I'm saying is, I think Casper Ruud's forehand is just a bit better. He's a bit more consistent with the ground strokes, maybe a bit better defense. And this is both. I think it's both of these guys' first Grand Slam quarterfinal. If Rudd's been there, he's been there once, but it's new. But I just think Rudd has more experience, so he's been in more big matches. He's been in more. He's gained more from his experience. So I just think when it comes to nerves and pressure, the experience of Rudd, even though he's new to a situation like this too, he's got much more big match experience. He'll handle it better. He'll be better under pressure. Whereas Rune, sorry, has never been to anywhere like this stage of a Grand Slam tournament. So he's going to be very nervous, very on edge. It'll prevent him from playing his best. Rudd will probably be a bit nervous too, but he'll be much in a better mental state, more confident, less affected by the nerves due to experience. And then the game style, it's the same game style, but I just think with the rallies, Rudd's game is just a little bit better, a little bit more consistent, a little more on the forehand, a little more defense, just a little bit slightly better in every area. So he's going to play the same game style, do it better. And with his experience, he's going to handle the nerves better. But Rune's playing good, so I'll say 4 sets for Casper Ruud. Then we've got Rublev against Cilic. Last quarterfinal. This one could go either way, right? A lot of big power guys who attack, shorten the point, take time away, and all these sort of things, right? It stops Rublev getting in rallies and getting rhythm, getting that 4, 5, 7, 10 shots with rhythm, power right to left. They also take his time to set up to actually doesn't have time to set up to generate his powerful shots, right? So that could be a problem. But the thing is, you need to be consistent with the power. You can't be hot and cold. So can just a second, guys. So the question is here, guys, right? Can Cilic be consistent enough with the power, just big serving, attacking, shorten points, take time away, hitting at a ratio of more winners than errors to really stop Rublev get into these long rallies and get his consistency of 5, 10 shot rallies, to stop Rublev having time to set up on his powerful shots. If he can win, but I don't think he's quite that good yet. He's not been that good for a while. He played great in the last match, but I think over 5 sets, I don't think he'll have that much consistency to disturb Rublev, right? So I'm picking Rublev will win. Rublev will push Cilic around, expose his lack of movement, force him in long rallies, but be hammering the ball hard consistently, right to left. When he's doing that, 4, 5, 7, 10 shots, hammering consistently in the court, hard, right to left, right to left. Cilic doesn't have the defense to stand up for that. He doesn't have the consistency to stand up in those kind of rallies. And Rublev has the power to actually push him around and force him into long rallies where Rublev's in control. Cilic is just horrible defensively, won't be able to do that. Will be sick of being pushed around. Will have to go for too much power, too close to the line and make errors. And if he doesn't, he'll just be bossed around, exposed. He doesn't have consistency, has poor defense, and Rublev has great power to push him around and expose. Being long rallies where Rublev pushing him around, he can't stay in the long rally. He doesn't have the defense, and there's nothing he can do. When he doesn't want to be pushed around, he's going to have to go for too much power, too close to the line to get past Rublev's defense on this slow clay court. You see, Rublev has the defense for the clay court to make it hard to get past him, but also has the power to finish points through the clay court, but has a consistent power where he can hit 5, 10, 7 shots until he finishes the point. And in that sort of situation, Cilic just isn't good enough at long rallies, can't defend against something like that. The only thing he could do is he'd have to serve huge, hammer the ball really hard, shorten the point, take time away, and just blow Rublev off the court with short points, power game, a lot of winners, a lot of aces, going after Rublev's second serve. That's the only way if he's completely hot, which could happen, but it's much harder to play that style on clay because your serve is slowed down, so Rublev has more time to return that. Your power shots are slowed down by the court. Rublev has more time to return that, make it into a longer rally, and then again, he has time to set up. He has the power to hit through the court and the consistency. You're not good in long rallies. Your defense can't stand up for Rublev hammering the ball right and left. So, like I said, the only way is if Cilic goes for the lines, hammers it extremely hard, aces, and just gets hot. If he can do that, he can win because Rublev doesn't like it. Rublev wants to be involved in a rally, then he's frustrated, doesn't have rhythm, can't get into his shots, can't get in any rallies and find rhythm. His time's taken away, doesn't have time to set up and hit his powerful shots. So if he can get hot and keep it up for a long period in a 5-set match and be absolutely on fire, he can win. But if not, it'll be Rublev's consistency and power getting back Cilic's serve, forcing him into rallies and just hammering the ball right and left with consistent power, getting it through the slow clay court, exposing the fact that Cilic is not that fit, exposing his lack of movement, that he's not good at defense, and he's not really good and patient in the long rallies, and just out-rally him. And that'll happen unless Cilic gets hot and just goes for the lines, serves big, and they mostly land in. But the chances is it's either going to be the long rallies with Rublev out rallying and moving him around and exposing his lack of defense, or Cilic saying, I'm sick of being bossed around these rallies, I'm going to go for it, and actually hitting more errors and winners, going between those two patterns, and Rublev winning. So that's what's going to happen unless Cilic just gets hot and they mostly land in. But I'm saying it'll be either Rublev bossing him around in the long rallies or Cilic going for too much to prevent that and making errors. And Cilic's big weapon is serve. The ball's going to be slowed down, and Rublev's going to be getting the balls back. So I really just think I'm going to say maybe one set Cilic will get hot with his serve, with his power game. He'll just hammer everything on the lines and they'll just land in. He'll keep it up for one set. He'll get a set, but the rest of the time it'll be Rublev bossing him around, moving him around, exposing his lack of movement, or Cilic trying to prevent that going for too much, making errors. So 4 sets for Rublev. So what I'm saying is 4 sets for Casper Ruud over Rune, 4 sets for Rublev over Cilic. So Rublev over Cilic, yep, 4 sets for Rublev, 4 sets for Ruud over Rune, and again, 4 sets for Alcaraz will beat Zverev. And then my Djokovic Nadal preview, that's in another video. That's already been completed. You should go and watch that now. I put about half an hour. I went through the history, the tactics, and I've put a lot of time into just this one match and one video that I can just focus on this one Djokovic and Nadal quarterfinal. That's on there for you. Go and take a look. I'll write something. I'll try in the description, but I'll definitely write a comment below with the link to the video of the preview of the Nadal Djokovic quarterfinal. And that's there now. Please watch it before the match, guys. So subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. My next video is going to be a preview of the semi-finals of the French Open. That'll be done in a couple of days, sort of Wednesday, Thursday. So come back for that and subscribe, guys. Please come back for my semi-final preview in a couple of days. I'll be previewing the final a couple of days after that. But be back for a couple of days. Be back in a couple of days for my semi-final preview. And subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. I'll see you guys in a couple of days, guys. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.